What is the best way to take care of a Cybertruck?
Hi, I'm Ivan.
I'm Nick.
This is DIY Detail. We're going to dive in a little deeper into how to maintain your Cybertruck. Now, you notice we're wearing gloves for a podcast? Well, the Cybertruck, one of the big pet peeves that Cybertruck owners have is fingerprints, because it's raw stainless steel.
Stainless steel is unforgiving, I'll put it that way.
Right, and we have a solution for that, and that is our DIY Detail metal ceramic coating. It is made for raw metals. It is the best thing you can use on one of these if you want to keep the stainless look. I know a lot of people are wrapping them, putting PPF on them, even painting them. You don't need to go that far. You can apply ceramic coating yourself or have a professional detailer do it for you.
Yeah, how this looks is going to depend a lot on how you take care of it and what you want out of the visual appearance.
Right. First of all, I have a vast experience with stainless steel. I happen to live in a bus that has about as much stainless steel on it as this. So I'm used to dealing with textured stainless steel, and I've done DeLoreans in the past. But there's a lot of misinformation, there's a lot of myths that, it's a brand new car, there's not that many on the road yet there's myths abound of what you can and can't do. And as a detailer or as an enthusiast, there are some chemicals you might want to stay away from. But there's some chemicals that online they're saying if you touch it with this chemical, it's just going to turn it black, or it's going to turn it red, or it's going to whatever. The best way we found to clean it, and we've done a lot of R&D to get to this point, so we know what we're talking about, is first of all, rinseless wash. So if you're just doing a maintenance wash, rinseless wash is great. This is a very forgiving surface when it comes to abrasion. It's not a forgiving surface when it comes to chemicals. If you let Incredible Suds dry in the sun, it can actually stain the stainless steel. Now, it's not permanent. You can re-wet it with the Incredible Suds and keep going. But someone that just put Incredible Suds on, it dwelled for a little while, it dried, they rinse it off, and all of a sudden they see streaking everywhere. No need to worry. We can fix that. But
I'm just curious what you think people who buy a Cybertruck think, and then what the real world is, and are they going to be equipped to take care of this thing?
Yeah, exactly.
Because they've never had a stainless steel vehicle before. I can pretty much guarantee it.
Yeah.
It's different than clear coated paint.
Right, and it's not like the stainless steel in your fridge. The stainless steel in your fridge is actually a lot more forgiving than this, because the fridge manufacturer put a little coating on there. They haven't. Now,
but is it bulletproof?
No, and I wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of the bullet, even sitting in this, just in case. That being said, the stainless steel on this is very raw, and from the factory, they've left it as a as-milled situation, meaning that it has sort of an oily texture to it. It has oils in it, and those oils combined with the shipping dust and stuff, and people are saying their Cybertruck is rusting. Your Cybertruck is not rusting. There are just iron particles in the air from brakes, from vehicles around you, from the rail dust, from transport that accumulate on the surface and make it look like it's rusting. Now, one of the best cleaning tools we have for this is our iron remover. And people are going, well, you can't put iron remover on here. For a lot of other companies' iron removers, yeah, I wouldn't touch this either. Now, unlike a traditional way of using an iron remover where people spray it on, let it go pink or red, and then see all that, if you do that, you could run into some issues. And that is super cleaning some areas and not others. The best way to do it, first, good rinseless wash, then you can use your perforated synthetic decontamination towel with the iron remover and install it or agitate it with that perforated synthetic decontamination towel. That will get rid of a lot of the black from the surface, and also it will help reduce the incidence of the dreaded fingerprints.
What can folks expect if they take their Cybertruck through the car wash?
Okay, well, this one's actually been through a car wash, and water spotting is a real issue because in the car wash they use different chemicals, and they'll use a very acidic and they'll use a very basic or alkaline chemical. And the water spots created from that can actually stain and almost permanently stain the stainless steel. Stainless steel, the name is mischosen. It should be oxidization-free steel or rust-free steel, but you can stain stainless steel, and that is one of the ways of doing it. Now, the iron remover, like I was mentioning, another way if you want a really, really deep clean is just take iron remover, spray it on a towel, microfiber towel, and just rub the surface. And you'll see the towel is going to turn red on you. And keep doing that panel till it doesn't turn red anymore. That way you know you've removed all that oxidation, all that rust that's, you know, sort of in the pores there. Now you're ready to seal it. But still one more step.
Panel prep.
Panel prep. The panel prep, same thing. You're gonna attack it with the panel prep, go over it, and your towel's gonna turn black. And you keep doing the panel prep step like we teach on any video for coating, damp towel, dry towel, until that towel doesn't change color anymore. Now you know it's ready for ceramic coating. Our metal ceramic coating, very, very easy to install. There's a video down there, shows you how we did it. If you don't want to go that far, you can use ceramic gloss and you can use quick beads on this as well.
I'm going to say that yes, it's easy to install, but it's different than installing a coating on a vehicle. So if you're a detailer and you really respect Ivan's wisdom here and you're here to learn,
yeah,
this ain't a clear coated vehicle.
No, it's very different. First of all, you have to let it dwell a little longer. The cross-linking time is a lot slower on this than it is on paint. We're not dealing with paint here. Normally our coating, I always say we're putting on plastic, whether it be the clear coat, whether it be the trim, whether it be the wheels that are powder coated. No, this you're putting on raw metal. So first of all, your regular ceramic coatings like our 3 or 5 or 8 year are not adapted to this. They're not gonna work. You're just wasting your money if you're putting those on the vehicle.
You put them on the tonneau cover.
Oh yeah, the tonneau cover. The plastics, that's great, but you're not putting it on the bare metal. If you do, you're literally wasting your time.
What did we learn today, Ivan, from this job? Because I think one thing we want to point out to everybody out there is you do not polish stainless steel. So no polishing gets involved when you're prepping it for a coating. But
yeah,
what surprised you about the Cybertruck today?
What really surprised me was how ingrained the dirt was into it. And not the dirt, but you know, the milling oil. So basically when this stainless steel is formed, what they do is between 2 rollers to get the exact thickness. It's hot, it's going through rollers, there's lubrication there, and that lubrication is really ingrained into it. The door jambs, they were like raw, unfinished, very, you know, the iron remover did a bigger job in the door jambs than it did anywhere else.
Yeah, I wiped a door jamb with rinseless wash.
Yeah.
And visually nothing moved.
Right.
Because I thought it was like soil or dirt or something.
Yeah.
But the iron remover sprayed onto the towel.
Yeah.
It made a big difference. So what happened there?
Okay, so it's the iron remover that's getting rid of that oxidation. There's always a little oxidation. And the iron remover, because ours has surfactants in it, it's going after those oils as well.
If you can't garage your Cybertruck, what should you expect?
You should expect staining. And not staining, but basically it's a patinaed surface out of the factory. So if you think of those, you know, old pickup trucks that have a bit of rust on them and the paint sort of faded away, think of it that way, because the stainless steel is not flat, even though it looks flat. Trust me, it's wavy. And the stainless steel is finished in a very different way. So if you remember the DeLoreans, they were grained. We used a Scotch-Brite pad and a block, and we just go in nice straight lines. So if someone scratched their DeLorean, we could regrain it, not a big deal. This, they've used what looks like a 6-inch diameter random orbital sander with probably about 400 grit from what I'm seeing, and just gone over the surface. But since the panels aren't flat, as they're going over the surface, it's hitting, it's not hitting, it's hitting, or it's going deeper, not as deep. And we can see areas where the sander stopped, or they started sander with a new piece of paper on it, and there's a circle there. On the one door, we see the suction cups that held the piece of metal and brought it to the door. So there's a lot of little patina things going on here. There's mottling, there's different, looks like different colors, but in reality it's just the way the light is hitting it, because the panel isn't perfectly flat.
So if you're buying the Cybertruck out there, I would just accept that. Be okay knowing that this is not gonna look perfect by any standard. And as a detailer, what I would do is I would take a lot of before images, have that real good conversation with your customer and say, yes, we can ceramic coat this. Yes, we can wash it, we can maintain it, we can protect it. Just make sure you cover your bases and you take a look at all these panels, because When I looked at those circles on the other side of the vehicle,
Yeah.
those suction cups, and you were explaining that's how it was put on, I was like, these are just like permanently etched into the side of this vehicle.
Right, definitely. So basically, you don't see that on any other door, just the one door, and it's probably, they put it on the suction cups Friday afternoon, and it stayed there till Monday morning. And those suction cups, since they're pulling, there's always that suction there, the rubber basically took away the dirt or the milling residue from that panel, and that's where we see. And no matter how we clean it, we're not getting rid of that.
Should you use Barkeeper's Friend on a Cybertruck?
No, it's an abrasive. And any form of abrasive on this is going to shine the stainless. But if you're not 100% even, like someone trying to take a polisher to it, it's not going to end well for you. And if you start polishing, you're going to stop when it's a mirror. And that's going to take a week or two of polishing. If you've ever polished metal before, you know what I'm talking about. The graining is not very deep in this, so you can actually polish it to a shine if you wanted to. In a lot of jurisdictions, that would be illegal. So you don't want to go there. But polishing is out of the question for a detailer. So the polisher, put it away. Don't even, oh, I'm just going to try this. No, don't. Trust me. Again, having worked with grained stainless steel, it doesn't end well. The other aspect of, you mentioned Barkeeper's Friend. It will help clean the surface, but not as well as the iron remover and the panel prep, first of all, and it's an abrasive. So you are changing that patina a little bit, and you are, if you rub a little more in one area, you might get a shiny spot.
You're in one of these Tesla owner forums,
Yeah.
I believe Cybertruck forums. What myths or what ridiculous things are being talked about that you'd like to debunk right now?
Okay, you only need glass cleaner to clean the outside of your Tesla. Yes, it might work, but glass cleaner doesn't have the surfactants and the lubrication needed to clean your vehicle. And on the stainless, yeah, it might work, because at home, you use the glass cleaner to clean your fridge. A lot of people do. This is not clear coated or coated like your refrigerator is. It's a very different animal. The other big myth or thing that people are doing, they're putting on a wipe-on protection product that was designed for aluminum trailers or pontoon boats. This isn't aluminum. Aluminum is a very different metal than stainless steel. That has really the potential of not ending well, by meaning it's going to eventually start to chip and flake off. And that, you're really not going to like that, because then removing it is a big job.
I saw one guy talk about how you should expect to get some scratches on this. It's normal, but you could buff some of them out if you want. I was like,
no.
This is a YouTuber who just got his Tesla Cybertruck, and he's like, yeah, you can just buff out scratches. And I'm like, that made me realize, wow, there's a lot. And everyone thinks they're going to rust out.
Yeah, no, it's stainless steel. It's not going to rust. No need to worry there. It is going to get patinaed over time. It is going to get staining. Go to your grandma's house and look at her stainless steel sink that she's been washing the dishes in for 40 years. It has patina. It's not the one that you see in the hardware store that's perfectly grained and everything. That's going to happen here. But if you maintain it well, if you're careful in your cleaning regime, and of course driving and don't open it into things and don't scratch up against it, don't get keyed. But the ceramic coating, as you can see, we've got a nice glow to the surface. It's now smooth feeling. It doesn't feel the same as ceramic coating on paint, but it has a nice glide to it now. And we actually managed to get a reflection out of it. So,
what do you think the biggest mistake people will make cleaning their Cybertruck?
Using chemicals that are not adapted, or even worse, buying chemicals that are 3 times the price because it says safe for Cybertrucks.
Oh wow, I'm sure that marketing is going to be out there.
Yeah.
Our rinse is wash, by the way, we're not marketing it towards Cybertrucks.
No.
It's an amazing way to wipe down the interior of your vehicle.
Yep.
It's an amazing way to clean the exterior of your vehicle. It's a great glass cleaner. And it's also what it sounds like you would recommend to the masses. If you're going to use one thing to clean your Cybertruck, it would be rinseless wash.
Rinseless wash. You can use Incredible Suds if you have a garage or you're not working in direct sunlight. So the Incredible Suds, again, great cleaner. It's going to do a great job on this. But you need to be careful as to not having it dry on the surface too much. And also with your foam cannon, you want to get a nice thick coverage because you don't want any missed spots, because you'll see those missed spots. Now, the next time you clean it, it'll get better. So don't stress. Another thing that works very well on this is All Clean. Now, again, you're not going to use All Clean everywhere, but it's great for getting rid of those fingerprints that everyone is getting on the Cybertruck.
All Clean versus rinseless wash versus waterless wash for fingerprints.
All three work well. My preference would be, as a Tesla owner, keep a little bottle of waterless wash in the Tesla or the Cybertruck, and whenever you see those nasty little fingerprints, a little bit on there, do it. It's great. It does a great job removing those fingerprint stains. The All Clean is for a little more in-depth cleaning. The fingerprint stains, you forgot them there for a day or two, they're going to be a little more difficult to get off.
Even with the metal coating, though, fingerprints are going to appear on the surface of the Cybertruck.
Right. Yeah, definitely. Now, one thing that's really going to help, we have the metal ceramic coating on here. Once it's been on for at least 4 hours, get your ceramic gloss and go over it with ceramic gloss. And the ceramic gloss is going to the ceramic gloss is going to add just another little barrier to make it easier. The fingerprints are still going to get on there, but they're going to wipe off so much easier.
Let's talk about the interior of the Cybertruck. I was actually really impressed.
Yeah, nice interior. You have that signature Tesla white in the door panels, just where you happen to be putting your arm on the armrest. On the dash, it's innocuous. It's not going to get in the way. You're not going to be touching it. Of course, it's a Tesla. It has the big TV in the middle there. It has a yoke instead of a steering wheel, so your touch points are more concentrated. You're going to be touching the steering wheel in the same place really every time. Whereas on a wheel, you know, your hands tend to change places. So that is something that very important on the interior. When you pick up your new Cybertruck, get a bottle of our interior ceramic coating and coat it. It's going to make a difference in your life.
It was super simple. Just rinseless wash bucket, diluted 1 ounce of our concentrate to 2 gallons of water.
Right.
Put a towel in there, wring it out. So with a rinseless dampened towel, we just wiped everything down, which is how we prep it for interior ceramic.
Right.
And then we just have a little applicator, spray on interior ceramic, wipe it on, and then with the short nap towel, we just level it, and that's it.
Yeah.
Your interior is protected, and it's like, it's a no-brainer to me.
Right, and 1 hour later, you can drive away.
Absolutely.
But the interior ceramic is going to keep the surfaces looking good. It's going to make them a lot easier to clean. And our interior ceramic is actually our lowest viscosity product that we have. And viscosity, if you know what it means, it's the thickness. If you have a 5-weight oil or a 30-weight oil, the 5-weight oil is really, really thin. The 30-weight oil is thick, and if you get to an 80-weight, it's like molasses. So this is way below 5. It's a very, very thin. It's thinner than water. What that means is your leather, your plastics, we're not sealing it in. We're actually, you know, if you think of the pores as craters, we're not filling the craters with ceramic. We're actually lining the walls of the craters.
So it's a great way to safely protect your interior surface.
Right. Now this one has the black interior. I don't know if they have a white option. If they do, before you drive it away from the service center, put the ceramic coating on. No, maybe not that bad, but the ceramic coating, if you have white seats, if you have a Tesla that has the white seats, may not be a Cybertruck, please get the ceramic coating. You're going to thank us later.
Anything to note about the wheels or the trim or the windows that it's not obviously stainless steel?
No, the trim is plastic. The windows are already coated from the factory, so we don't need to do those. Don't start polishing on the windows. Just, you know, if you want to add a coating, clean it, that's it, coat it. But no polishing on there. The rest of the...
So just don't use a polisher on the Cybertruck anywhere.
The Cybertruck should never see a polisher unless you're cleaning the leather on the interior. And that is a deep clean. Then yeah, you take our wool pad, a bit of interior clean and protect, and just lightly polish the seats. Very unaggressive way of cleaning the seats quickly.
I forgot that's your method on the interior.
Yeah.
People think that's kind of a wild, not everyone loves that method.
No, but once you try it, you'll like it. That being said, never a polisher near the exterior of a Tesla. The tonneau cover, we coated that with our 8-year ceramic coating. The plastics we coated with the 8-year ceramic coating. Those, or anything that's black, basically. The stainless steel, are metal ceramic coating, and it is designed for metal. And I want to reiterate this. A normal paint coating is not a good thing for this. A normal paint coating is not going to protect this. Might for a little while, but it's not going to do a good job. The metal ceramic coating, the carriers are very different. The ceramics in there are different. The concentrations are different. It is designed for this, not this vehicle in particular, but it is designed for raw metals. So raw polished aluminum, chrome, stainless steel, brass, whatever metal you have, but it has to be raw metal, not coated.
So there's gonna be some detailers out there who are watching, and there's gonna be some PPF, clear bra installers, including actually the owner. He brought it to his guy, and he's like, I don't feel comfortable putting PPF on here.
Right.
Which is so interesting to me, but I want to just address maybe who all is listening.
Yeah.
Would you put the metal coating on first?
Yes.
And then have them apply the PPF? So
right.
like, if someone comes to you and said, can you ceramic coat this? Oh, I'm also thinking about getting PPF. Maybe you don't apply PPF, right? I never did.
Yeah.
Because it's a different skill set.
And if you want to learn PPF, this is probably the easiest vehicle you'll ever do it on.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no forming, it's just, there's no stretching. I mean, this will be a good DIY PPF job.
All right, well, you recommend the coating first, and yes?
Yeah.
And if so, why?
Okay, couple reasons. First of all, before the coating, we're doing a very in-depth prep. We're using iron remover, we're using rinseless wash, we're using the panel prep. We're getting this stainless as clean as it can get. And the issue that the PPF installer had was, if I lock in one of the famous fingerprints under there, the owner's not going to be happy. And he didn't want to be responsible for that. Now, the other thing is, when we're putting PPF on here, the adhesive in PPF is designed to adhere to paint. There's no paint here. And the other thing, that adhesive over time is going to work its way into the stainless, and you are going to see staining. You are going to see little issues popping up. With the ceramic coating, first of all, the adhesive actually will work better. It seems counterintuitive, but it actually works better on this. And the day you need to remove the paint protection film, it'll be easier to remove, and it won't leave adhesive behind. But someone that has PPF on this and they want to remove it, they're going to have a lot of fun issues when they remove that, because the glue can tarnish the ceramic coating. What are you looking for, Nick?
What a marvel. I'm just looking at this thing thinking, what a day it has been spending with this Cybertruck.
Yeah, no, it's a great vehicle. There's a lot of advancements, technological advancements, things that have never been done before in the automotive world have been done here. And the stainless steel has been done before, so that's not a new one. But there's a lot of ingenuity that went into this vehicle, a lot of engineering. It's a lot of cool features. It's a cool vehicle. You can't hide that. It's unique. You see one of these on the road, you've seen a Cybertruck. Your son knew what a Cybertruck was.
He's 8 years old, and I wouldn't call him like obsessed with cars.
No.
My daughter didn't know. She's 7.
Yeah.
My son knew. I FaceTimed him tonight in Utah, and I showed him this cool truck, and he knew what it was, right?
Yeah.
There's kids walking by in this neighborhood,
Yeah.
Cybertruck!
Yeah.
So there's a mystique about it, and we hope that we've answered some of those questions. We want to know what questions you still have. Are you considering one? Are you getting one? Are you about to detail one?
Right.
We're here to answer your questions in the comments below.
Yeah, so if you're a detailer and you're not sure what you're doing with this, watch our video that's in the description down below on how we prepped it and did everything for the ceramic coating and installed the ceramic coating. We have another video about the interior, but the one thing, we have our Facebook group. If you have a question immediately that you need to get answered, go ask it in our Facebook group. Now, we answer the questions in the comments here as often as we can. We rarely let something go more than about 8 or 10 hours before being unanswered. But if you go to our Facebook group, just look up DIY Detail, 50,000 members. It's very easy to find. And what that group has is 50,000 people that are willing to help you. We don't have the, shall I say, the cyber bullies. We have a Cybertruck, but no cyber bullies in our group, because if someone is bullying, they don't get to stay around too long in the group.
They disappear.
They disappear. It's a wonderful thing.
I don't know where they go. Something happens. Yeah.
We have 6 moderators in the group, just to tell you how serious we are about keeping that group friendly and keeping the group educational and realistic. We don't want people bullying each other. We don't want people giving misinformation as well. So if someone tells you, oh yeah, you can polish a Cybertruck, they're gonna have a little note from one of the moderators.
Yeah, we're just trying to help you out.
Yeah.
And that's what this is all about. Education, it never ends.
No.
The Cybertruck, the future is so uncertain. I have no idea, like March of 2024. If you're watching this in March of 2025, let us know your thoughts on our perception of this, a year ago. But
yeah, or March 2030.
Yeah.
Are all vehicles stainless steel now? Probably not. We like our colors.
This feels like historic to me. To have detailed this, to apply a ceramic coating to it. To our knowledge, no one's done that yet.
Yeah, we haven't seen, so this was done March 13th, 2024. And if you've done a ceramic coating before that date, let us know. But I've never seen on any of the Facebook groups, and I'm in over 200 detailing Facebook groups because I monitor them on a regular basis.
Didn't know there were over 200.
Oh, there's more than that, but I'm in the 200 that have, at least 2,000 members. No one has mentioned ceramic coating a Cybertruck yet. And even in the Cybertruck groups, no one's mentioned that they had their Cybertruck coated, so this might be a first.
All right.
You might be seeing the first ever coated Cybertruck.
What a wonderful day it is. Hey, thank you for spending time with us. If you enjoy the DIY Detail podcast, I think you might actually enjoy continuing the conversation with this video right here.